It all began in darkness. I awoke to a world of pain. A throbbing in my head pounded on my temples. Suddenly I saw a white light approaching me. I saw a human form within that light. An angel. The shining light radiated something soothing.
Eric.
The angel spoke to me.
Eric, it's time.
The angel disappeared, and the hammering became more intense. Faster. Slowly, my sight returned. A rhythm and different sounds, which slowly coalesced to become music. The darkness slowly gave way to blurry surroundings, focused on regaining my orientation. All around me I could see people, bodies twitching, moving to the rhythm of the music. I felt sick, but at least I could move again. I needed to run some water over my head. That would do me good. I could barely stand and the nausea was getting stronger. Gathering the last of my strength, I dragged myself on.
Eric, your assignment is waiting.
Eric Bane. The name shot through my head like a bullet. It was my name. Other memories. Nothing. The darkness in my head veiled everything. The angel. Hi.
Yeah? What do you want?
I wanted to ask. I couldn't get another word out. The sight of his weapon woke some kind of memory.
Hey man, you okay?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm doing fine. Did I come to the club alone, or was someone with me?
No idea. My shift had only just begun. My boss was watching the door before that.
Where can I find him?
Well, he's sure to be hanging around here somewhere. Ask at the bar for Tom.
That flashback at... Hi. I'll have a...
He'll have a Bloody Mary. House style.
Who said I wanted a Bloody Mary?
Believe me, I know exactly what you want.
Do you know where Tom is?
Tom? Yes, I do happen to know where Tom is. Head upstairs and you'll find him. Good luck.
Okay, catch you later.
Yes. See you later.
The stuff tasted disgusting, and it had a strange aftertaste. However, my body saw it differently, and a pleasant warmth spread through me.
Hey man, you okay?
Have we met?
Not directly, but don't we all know one another somehow? I mean, we're practically one big family.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Shit man, you really don't know, do you?
My memory is a bit foggy at the moment.
Sure, whatever. I know exactly what you mean. Look, we can help you, man. I mean, I know someone who can. Follow me, dude. I'll take you to her. I'm sure she'll...
Hi, Tom. I see you brought a guest. Nice to see you again. Was the drink okay?
Hey, Rose. This dude has got no idea what's happening. Can't remember a damn thing.
And he's here all alone?
Looks like it.
Hello, I'm still here. Could you tell me what's going on? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're a...
Vampire. A vampire, like Tom and me.
Yeah, right. Thanks for the drink. And no offense, but I'll just be going now.
Tom, show him.
Hey, neat trick, man.
What?
You automatically resorted to your vampire abilities out of pure reflex. Not bad. You seem to be a natural. Thank you, Tom. I'll take care of our guest now. You can go back.
Yo, later, man.
So?
My name is Eric. Eric Bane.
Well, Eric, I'm Rose. I hope our little demonstration convinced you.
I don't think I have any alternative.
That is correct. Right now, you also have a much bigger problem you need to take care of. You are not yet a fully fledged vampire, and that has some drawbacks.
How come I'm not a full vampire yet?
If a vampire drinks your blood and kills you in the process, you will turn into a vampire yourself. However, that alone does not complete the transformation. First, you have to drink your creator's blood. Only then will you be a full-fledged vampire.
And since I don't know who made me a vampire, that's kind of a problem.
Exactly. A vampire doesn't just create another vampire for no reason. We try to hide our very existence from humans, and every newcomer increases the risk of being discovered. Your creator put us all at risk when he just left you behind. No vampire would willingly call down the wrath of all the others upon himself. I suppose something must have happened to him.
And what happens if I don't drink his blood?
You really don't want to know. I have no idea exactly what happens when someone becomes a vampire, but if you do not get the right blood, your brain starts to deteriorate. You will become more and more of an animal until you finally lose all of your humanity. We call these pitiful creatures ghouls. Believe me, you want to avoid becoming one of those creatures at all costs.
Do I have any options?
Ah, yes. The blood of an ancient and powerful vampire can theoretically replace your creator's blood. But I'm talking about vampires that have been in the business for several decades. You won't find anyone like that in the sanctuary. But I do know of someone. His name is John Blooming. He's the director of the Harding Museum downtown. Blooming is not a nice man. He's not likely to give you his blood voluntarily.
It's not as if I have much of a choice.
That is certainly true. However, you should talk to Tom before you head out. He can give you a few tips.
Hey, you're Eric, right? I don't have much time. As you can see, I'm kind of busy.
See you around.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, man. Everything okay?
Rose said you could teach me something more.
Not really teach, you know. But I got an idea about how you can train your intuitive reflexes. There's a few thugs hanging around out front of the club. Maybe you could check it out.
Sounds good to me.
All right, man. Good luck.
I found myself in a deserted alley. Tom had sent me here for training. Something was wrong. I staggered down the only way I could find.
Hey, man, you look pretty messed up.
How about it, sucker? You got some change?
That's right, man. Give us your money, or you are so toast.
I felt anger rise in me, the desire to hurt someone, and a craving for blood.
I'm telling you, the bastard done Mikey. Tore his fucking throat out.
Okay, man, calm down. We'll keep you safe. If he comes over here, we'll take him out. Shit! The fuck are you?
Welcome back, Eric.
I'm ready.
Excellent. Good luck.
I'll make it through.
Whatever you want. I'll give you a radio so we can stay in touch. And I'm pretty good with computers. Maybe I can help you out a little. Good luck, Eric.
I made my way to the museum and thought about what Rose had said. Vampire. The idea was absurd, incredible, but the evidence was overwhelming and irrefutable. I was hoping that someone would come and tell me it was all just one big joke, but no one came. For now, I would have to accept it and focus on my goal. The Harding Museum rose before me like a quiet rock, impervious to the approaching storm. At least that's what I thought. Apparently, I was not the only visitor to the museum tonight. Someone else got here before me. Someone with a twitchy trigger finger. Rose, can you hear me?
Yes, what is it? Have you already found Blooming?
No. There are a few other people wandering around here, and they definitely have not booked the night tour. People with automatic weapons. The museum entrance was blocked. I wouldn't be getting into the building that way. I'd have to take the connecting tunnel from the annex, like Rose said.
All clear so far. Yeah, no signs of...
Rose, I'm there. One of the visitors was here, but I took care of him.
Good. Please connect the transmitter I gave you to the computer. Then I can get into the system.
Right.
Very good. Wait just one sec. Good. Access is now open. But there's something strange going on here.
Okay, that takes care of them. Secure the room. There are probably more on the way.
Oh, we have a visitor. You have beautiful hands. Beautiful hands. They'd go well with the arms I just amputated. Go! Bring me his hands! Get him!
This path was locked up tight. There was no following Blooming this way. I had to find an alternative. I had to kill Blooming. I felt no pity. He deserved hell, and all that went with it. Drinking his blood, that was something else. But I had no choice, and I drank. The initial warmth passed far too quickly, and was replaced by a destructive, numbing pain. I curled up on the floor and spat blood. Blooming's blood. Then there was only the pain, and slowly, the darkness welcomed me. From the dark, the angel spoke to me.
Wrong blood, Eric. Wrong blood.
The angel disappeared and took away the unspeakable pain. I scrambled back up. Obviously, Blooming's blood had not rescued me. I tried to talk to Rose. I got no answer. I made my way back to the sanctuary. I entered the sanctuary, where I was greeted by loud, familiar music. I had to talk to Rose.
Eric, good to see you. How does it feel to be a full vampire?
Blooming's blood didn't cure me.
It didn't? What makes you think that?
The unbearable pain was a pretty good sign.
Unbearable pain? That's odd. It should have worked, Eric. I know this doesn't help you, but it should have worked. Maybe there's another way, even if it's not one I like. Talk to Tom. He'll tell you everything he knows about Vlad.
Hey man, you did it! Shit, you must be some badass!
Rose sent me. Blooming didn't work.
Blooming didn't. Whoa, man, that's rad! Know what that means? Normally, Blooming's blood should have done the job, easy. But man, you the shit! You gotta be. Otherwise, you want to survive the whole thing. It was as if you drank April's blood. Oh, that is so wild. I mean, for you, it might not be so great, right? But it means that you are real powerful, dude. I know why Rose sent you to me. There's other vampires in the city which could do the trick for you, but I bet Rose has one specific dude in mind. His name is Vlad. Asshole's real name definitely isn't Vlad, but that's what he wants to be called. Because of Vlad the Impaler, dig? Whatever. Vlad owns the Geoforge company. Maybe you heard of them? They got this huge tower here in town with artificial parks they make available to visitors. Vlad actually lives in a penthouse at the top of the building.
Vlad. All right, I'll have a look around there.
Keep your eyes open, man. And your fangs sharp. Vlad's a whole different game than Blooming. And so are his guards.
See you later.
Yeah, later, man.
And have you talked to Tom?
Yes, I did. So, Vlad.
Yeah. I'm afraid it's the only chance you have left.
Okay, I'm on it.
Excellent, Eric. I'll provide radio support again. Best of luck.
I headed over to the Geoforge Tower. During the day, it offered countless visitors entertainment on a variety of floors laid out as parks. I came for the blood. Rose had put me on to Vlad. He not only owned the tower, he also lived there. His penthouse was at the top of the building. I wondered what had become of me, a beast that killed for its own survival, still in search of life-saving blood. But the creatures in the museum had been a clear sign that there was no alternative. A distracted guard gave me access. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to thank him. The guard slid to the floor. he probably wouldn't be the only victim, but I had no choice. I needed Vlad's blood. Rose, I'm in.
Good. Now, if possible, try not to attract any attention until you've neutralized the security center. Don't forget the transmitter I gave you for that. Contact me as soon as you get there.
Got it. See you later. Rose, I'm in the security center and the transmitter is attached to the server.
Very good. Wait. Yes, I have got a connection. Let there be light and... not anymore. Okay, the security system is down, but I wasn't able to override the local comms network. That means that guards in close proximity can still communicate. But I now have access to the elevator. Head on over there.
My head was pounding. I had the feeling that it was going to burst. The pain became unbearable. I crumbled to my knees. The darkness lurked, waiting to take me.
Eric, calm down. Everything is fine, Eric.
Okay, people. We don't know whether we're dealing with one or more intruders here, but we've already lost some men. So if you see someone who doesn't belong here, shoot first and ask questions later.
Got it.
All right, John, you're checking the offices. You guys head upstairs and make sure everything's okay up there. Will, you watch the door and make sure no one leaves the area. The rest of you check out the workplaces down here. Go!
This could be interesting.
Go, go, go! Secure the floor!
Rose, the area in front of me is bathed in a strange light, kind of purple.
Eric, stop. Freeze. That could be UV light.
Okay, so?
UV rays are what makes the sun so deadly for us. Attempt to avoid the area.
Okay, it burns like hell. How dangerous is this stuff?
Pretty deadly in the long run, and it negates our vampire abilities. Just try to avoid any contact with it. There's a fuse box you can use to turn off the lights. I'd advise you to use that to get past them.
Vlad was defeated. The hunter thought I was easy prey. In the end, he was the prey. His blood flowed slowly into my mouth. It tasted delicious, irresistible, yet I controlled myself. I still remembered blooming and the pain all too well. It wasn't long before the pain came. My surroundings blurred as I writhed on the floor. The darkness once again grabbed at me greedily.
Wrong blood, Eric. Wrong blood.
The angel came and saved me from the pain and darkness. Then the angel whispered something. It was so quiet that I almost didn't understand.
Steiner.
Steiner. I had no idea what the angel was trying to tell me. Was that a place? A name? I had to find out who or what Steiner was. Rose would know. She had to know. I returned to the sanctuary, again unsuccessful, but this time I had a clue I could follow up. I had to talk to Rose.
Hey man, good to see you back. How'd it go?
So. Rose here?
No, she's in a meeting, bro. But I think she should be back in 5 or so. Can I help you?
Do you know someone named Steiner?
Steiner? You mean Victor Steiner? Sure, man. I mean, I don't know him, but I've heard of him. Damn, dude, everyone's heard of Victor Steiner. The guy more or less owns the city. He's like the vampire dictator, man. You should totally talk to the twins about Steiner.
I'll come back later.
That's...
Hey, Eric.
Tell me about Steiner.
You want to know about Steiner? My sister and I, we used to work at his club. That guy poses as a gentleman, but he's a psychopath. In addition to his club and casino, he offers entertainment for men. The women who work there for him are really fucked up. I think he put some vampire shit on them. At any rate, they idolize him, and apparently it doesn't even bother them that he has ghouls as pets. Only invited guests are allowed. If you want to go, I just happen to have a kind of club ID card. You can have it if you want. I don't ever want to go back there.
Okay. Thanks.
Don't worry about it.
See you later.
Yeah, what? Hey, Eric. Good to see you. Can I help you?
Tell me about Steiner.
Steiner? My sister and I worked for him for a while. When we started there, we weren't even vampires. He has a club here in town, although club is putting it really mildly. It's an amusement imperium with clubs, casinos, entertainment, and much more. I've never met Steiner himself, so I can't tell you much there, unfortunately. He spends most of his time away from the club at other places. Once I became a vampire, I found out that he more or less rules the city. He is by far the oldest and most powerful vampire here. All the others are afraid of him. My sister might be able to tell you more.
See you later.
See ya, Eric.
Hi, Eric. Did I hear right? Are you going up against Victor Steiner?
Worth a try.
Eric, you're insane. Steiner is the most powerful vampire in the city, maybe in the whole country. I know you're strong, but you don't stand a chance against him. What made you even think of him at all?
I had a vision.
A vision? You throw your life away for a lousy vision?
Do you have a better plan? Vlad didn't work.
No, unfortunately, I don't have a better plan, Eric. I wish I did, but I don't. I don't imagine I can talk you out of it. All right, I'll help. You're absurdly lucky. Steiner is usually on the road a lot, but tonight he's actually in town and at his club. You'll have to do it quickly because the sun will be coming up soon and he might not even be in town tomorrow. Oh, in addition, the guy has his own army in the club. You'll need a distraction. Fortunately, I have an idea.
What kind of distraction?
The club has visitors around the clock. If you can get panic to break out, it should distract at least some of the guards. Lucky for you, I happen to have a few smoke bombs.
Well, well, you are full of surprises.
If you only knew just what I have stored here. So, first you have to get into the club, then you place the smoke bombs. Once the visitors see the smoke, they will flee in panic. The guards will have their hands full trying to keep the police and firefighters and the press off their backs. With luck, you can take advantage of the chaos and only have to deal with half of Steiner's army.
Will do. Time for me to head out.
Eric, you really are crazy. Good luck. I'll try to stay in touch with you via the radio, but you have to hurry. The sun is starting to rise, forcing us to go to sleep.
I'll take care of it. Sunrise was imminent, but time was running short. I had to find Steiner. Maybe the sun would even help me. Rose said that it was even harder to endure for old vampires. It wasn't much, but it was all I had. Steiner's blood would save me from life as a ghoul. The angel had said so. I hoped it was right. The first rays of sun appeared on the horizon as I reached the Atlantis. How ironic that something so beautiful could be my death. I had to get inside before the sunlight began to burn me. According to Rose, Steiner had a veritable army of security personnel here. But it wasn't the human staff I was worried about. It was what else might be waiting for me there. Rose, I'm there. It's pretty busy here.
Yeah, the Atlantis is 24/7. At least the guards won't pay any special attention to you. But you still have to be careful. Chances are that they know about you. Steiner is well informed. Also, keep an eye out for the security cameras and don't let them see you. Contact me once you're in and I'll let you know where to set off the smoke bombs.
Will do. Rose, I'm in the club. Where to now?
Okay, you have to set the 3 bombs in 3 different places. I will give you the locations. And once they're in place, you better pull back to...
so bad. Can you believe how much rain we've had?
Rose, I'm in position. The party can start.
Okay, great distraction in 3, 2,
That was a mess,
1.
let me tell you.
Holy shit! Can hardly see anything! Anyone know where the smoke is coming from? The geoforge, so how you got altitude sickness. Still, it ain't that great.
My head started to hurt again. Hopefully I would be able to make it without collapsing.
Hurry, Eric. You have to find Steiner. You have to find him, Eric.
In the meantime, the sun had risen, and bright and deadly light shone into the room through the skylight, but my focus was on the man who was sitting there playing the piano. That had to be Steiner.
Thank you, but I think I would rather speak to my guest alone. Well, you've come a long way for a half-vampire. Frightening, the way you so easily got through my security system.
I had help.
Really? Interesting. We will need to talk about that later, in a little more detail. But I am keenly interested as to why you are here at all. Tell me, what brings you to my humble home?
I need some of your blood.
Ah, blood. Did your creator leave you behind alone? Well, I could offer you a place amongst my ghouls, but I doubt that the offer would interest you. So, if you want my blood, I'm certain you'll want to offer me something in return. Am I right?
I'll let you live.
Most generous. Yet I fear that you have either somewhat overestimated your own powers, or underestimated mine. I assume that you had something to do with the events at the museum, and at Geoforge. Am I right? I must admit, that did impress me. Oh, Blooming was a weakling. But Vlad had potential. Strange that a half-blood could destroy him. Nevertheless, you underestimate me at this point. I fear you will find me a much more formidable enemy.
Enough talk.
Ah, do I sense a latent death wish?
When the fight started, I knew it was already lost. The sunlight should have been my ally, but Steiner seemed to be immune to it. On the other hand, it burned into my flesh like fire. My second death seemed inevitable. Light blinded me as soldiers stormed the hall. I had seen this equipment before. The burglars in the museum had been similarly equipped. The sun didn't bother Steiner one bit. The enemy's bullets were another story. Steiner hit the ground. The gunfire subsided, leaving an eerie silence. A luminous apparition entered the scene. I thought the angel had come to save me. I was wrong. It seemed the woman gave the soldiers their orders. Apparently they were only interested in Steiner. Good thing for me. I took the opportunity to make my escape. The passage through which the guards had come seemed to be my only chance. I ran and used my powers as best I could. My life depended on it. My pursuers' voices grew quieter and finally disappeared. Down here, it would take them forever to find me, hopefully. The rising sun forced me to sleep. As the sun went down once more, I awoke. I couldn't understand what had happened in Atlantis. Was there such a thing as vampire hunters? Rose was my only clue, again. I made my way to the sanctuary. The sanctuary was in a seedy part of town destroyed by fire 15 years ago. Since then, it has been home to those who had no place else to go. They dubbed it the Hole. Rose? Can you hear me, Rose? No answer.
Okay, men, spread out and secure the area.
Vampire hunters. Had they come because of the sanctuary? I had to hurry and warn Rose. I could already see the sanctuary, but Rose was running out of time. I had to hurry.
Eric! Eric! Are you still there? The vampire hunters have overrun us and taken over the sanctuary.
The pain was back. Couldn't be a worse time. Hopefully.
It's okay, Eric. It's okay. The pain is all in your head. Hurry, Eric.
Oh, I would hurry. All right. Rose's office was a mess. The furniture was shattered and torn. The window was broken, apparently by a hail of bullets, but no sign of Rose. I hoped that I would not see Rose beneath the window. I had to be certain.
Sir, base just confirmed receipt of prisoners.
Very good. What about the door?
Still nothing new, sir. The explosive team is on the way.
Excellent.
Rose had been abducted, probably like the other vampires. I had to go looking for them. But first, I would take care of the attackers. I was alone. The vampire hunters had attacked the sanctuary and left it a shambles. I had no trace, no clues, and little hope. Rose was kidnapped, as were a couple of others. That meant that they were still alive. Probably. As I thought about what to do next, I heard a faint noise. I tried to locate the source. It came from under the wreckage of a desk. A GPS receiver. Rose must have had the presence of mind to grab a tracker and activate it. I took the unit and followed the signal as fast as I could. Hopefully it wasn't too late for the others. The trail led into the city, to a walled corporate enclave, Cryogenic. The name seemed familiar. I guess I'd seen one of their ads. The company was probably just a cover for the vampire hunters, but that didn't matter. I had to find Rose. As I entered the grounds of Cryogenic, it was obvious that I was in the right place. Lots of soldiers in vampire hunter armor secured the premises. I had to enter the building. That's where Rose and the others were being held. But at least they were alive. I hoped.
Go, go, go! Secure the lobby and disable the elevator!
Elevator disabled, sir.
In order. Find him and bring me his head.
Although I wasn't as good with computers as Rose, I still managed to coax something out of it. In the back room, there were several laboratories. I was afraid that that was where they had taken Rose and the others. Luck was back on my side. One of the keys fit, and the door to the warehouse opened easily.
You're almost there, Eric. They're waiting for you.
The transmitter? What the hell?
All right, we got him. Freeze the bastard.
I had been lured into a trap. The transmitter I'd followed had had nothing to do with Rose. It had only been bait to allow them to catch me too. Could cold kill a vampire? I wasn't sure, but my limbs were getting heavier and my brain seemed to slowly freeze until I lost consciousness entirely. The chance to save the other vampires had made me careless. I had walked into a trap, and now I had to pay for it. Cold couldn't kill a vampire, but it put me into a stupor and a dark, troubled sleep. Rose, everything okay?
Yes. Thank you, Eric. Now we have to get out of here.
Easier said than done. That thing out there is hardly going to let us through.
Everything I've seen and heard suggests he's susceptible to loud noises. With a little time, I can send loud feedback through the speakers. Now that'll hurt him. Looks like I don't have too much time. Eric, you need to distract Steiner. I'll unlock a terminal in the hall for you, which you can use to attract him. That'll give me a little bit of time. Hurry!
Eric, there's a new terminal over there. Activate it so I can do my part here. Eric, I've unlocked a new terminal. Please activate it to distract Steiner. Eric, there's a new terminal over there.
Samantha. I couldn't let her get it. However, did I want that? My head hurt. I slowly came to, but my surroundings were blurry.
Eric.
The angel spoke to me again.
Eric Bane.
Something was wrong. The angel was with me, but it didn't take the pain from me like it always had before.
Oh, Eric, you're awake. Very good. My name is Samantha Fields. I know you can't remember anything at the moment, but I wanted to thank you and say that you've completed your assignment well. With your help, we captured the target subject. His operation is about to begin. We were just waiting for you. I thought that despite the current gaps in your memory, you would want to witness the successful completion of Project Ascension. I'll explain everything later. Attention! Project Ascension starts in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Everything looks good. Wait. There's something wrong. The vampire virus is changing. It's absorbing the other mutations and changing them. It's exponential. Abort the operation. Abort the operation. Stop him!
Stop!
Okay, you heard the boss. Brooke, Carter, you save the data and send it to headquarters. Then you initiate the Omega Protocol and destroy all records. Charlie, you go to the main computer. Once you get there, you lock down all entrances until I tell you otherwise. The rest of you, spread out and guard the room.
Tom was still being held prisoner by M17, the vampire hunters. I probably wouldn't be able to free him without Rose.
Eric, you have to find and activate the security terminal. Then I can open the cells.
Thanks for getting me out of there, man.
No problem. Rose, I'm with Tom. He's fine. Let's head back to the exit.
Eric, I still need your help here. You're very close to the head office. There'll be other plans there, and I need them to help me escape. Tom should go secure the exit.
Okay, if you say so.
You sure you don't want me to help, man?
Sure. I've done okay so far.
You got it, man. They cut her open and I ain't ever gonna be able to forget shit, man.
Can't anyone stop Ascension? Are you all incompetent?
We're doing our best, Miss Fields.
but he's too well armored for our weapons, and our UV equipment is completely useless against him.
That beast is the confirmation of all our research. Take him, dead or alive. For all I care, you can drop the ceiling on him, and we'll dig him out afterwards. Eric? Eric, come out. I've been following you on the screens for some time. Good to see you. I hope you've been able to fill in some of those gaps in your knowledge by now. Do you remember the fact that you work for us? You were on a mission for us. We sent you to infiltrate the vampires and track down old vampires for us. You did well.
And you made me a vampire just for that.
Me? Eric, you agreed. We didn't just turn you into any vampire. We put everything we had into your powers. You are the Ascension prototype. Thanks to your help, the next version will also be immune to sunlight, and 1,000 times more powerful.
Doesn't look like he wants to join you.
Time was short. We had the opportunity, so we took it. Eric, you're one of us. Come and help us stop Ascension. We've always worked well together.
Don't listen to her. I've read the documents. You didn't volunteer to become a vampire. They let you walk into a trap instead. They've put you on their hit list. They want to kill you.
That was suboptimal. Eric, don't listen to her. I'm sure we can...
Thanks, but not interested. You're on my hit list.
Gods, kill him and find his girlfriend. Kill her too.
Rose and I escaped. We left Ascension and the facility behind us. Not a moment too soon. The facility exploded shortly after we got out. All of the entrances were buried under tons of stone. We were the only survivors. The only vampires, at any rate. M17 was still out there, and so was its leader. I was sure that we would meet again one day. I hoped so. Revenge is sweet. There was nothing left for Rose and me in the city. Uniforms were asking tough questions. It was time to find a new home. For creatures of the night, it was easy to go into hiding. In another city, we turned our attention to our main goal: survival.